Christian, you know a little something about playing a young serial killer from your days on Heathers.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
I just killed my best friend.
And your worst enemy.
Same difference.
Is this like a full circle moment now, playing the dad trying to keep his son from being a serial killer?
Yeah, I mean, there is sort of a synergy to that, which I really enjoy. And then the fact that it was Michael Lehman.
Our executive director was also
Producer, director was Michael Lehman, who directed Heathers.
Yeah.
And that was 35 years ago, so I hadn't seen him in a long time.
And look at you now.
And now here we are.
You did quite well for yourself in that time.
It made me very happy.
In the beginning, there was blood. And a code I learned from my father.
The code is to make sure you are different from the people that you kill.
How did this series come to you guys, and how much of Dexter fans were you before joining the show?
Yeah, your process is probably more interesting than mine.
No.
But mine was just an email. Yeah, I just auditioned for it. But I was a huge Dexter fan, and it's crazy, but I watched it all, not when it originally came out, because the age that I was.
Be inappropriate.
Yeah, it'd be like having Harry as a parent if they let me watch it. But no, so I watched it all, I think, in college, and I loved it. I was hooked. I mean, even just that it's such an incredible pilot episode.
Yeah.
Tonight's the night, like, let's go.
Tonight's the night. And it's going to happen again and again. Has to happen.
I kept hearing about the show. People were talking about it all the time, and I was like, okay, I gotta sit down and watch it. And I was like, just hooked immediately. It really did pull me right in. Michael C. Hall was amazing. I just loved it. So when I heard about this, I was very excited.
If anyone knows how powerful urges can be, it's me.
Trust me, you stay the course, you'll be fine.
Well, Dex, homicide looks good on you.
Couldn't agree more.
It was an immediate yes, because I loved the Dexter world and I loved the original show. And I was a huge fan of James Remar, and I thought he did an amazing job playing Harry, but you only kind of got glimpses of that character. So this was an opportunity to really examine him a little bit more, or a lot more, find out his past and his traumas and sort of what makes him who he is now.
Yeah, I would say that's my favorite part of this series, is really seeing Harry alive and understanding him a lot more than the glimpses we got from Dexter's head. I also just love this family dynamic, the three of you guys together. How would you describe the relationship between these family members, especially between you two, because there is some friction there?
Taut.
Father and daughter relationships they can be, right?
Yeah.
Classically sort of
Yeah.
tricky. Yeah, because it's hard to be a dad, especially in the 90s, it's like you don't really understand what's going on and kind of need a mom there to sort of balance things out.
Yes.
So it makes it very complicated. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, well,
sorry
I do blame you, but I think Deb's, that's Deb's whole thing, is she's just looking for anyone to get her, understand her, and maybe
appreciate her.
Yeah.
And maybe if they did, she'd
Which she
cool off a
totally
bit.
deserves,
Yeah, right?
And so whenever the camera
Everybody
stopped
does.
rolling, I made sure to
thank her for the
expound
growing.
my joy of working with her.
And I will say, Christian was an amazing scene partner. We had a lot of scenes where I had to yell and cry and do all these big things. And sometimes if it's not your coverage, your scene partner will
Phone it in.
Phone it in. They'll just be like,
pressure's off.
But sometimes Christian, I thought, gave me his best performances.
Thanks.
I thought
Your
you
best
were-
performances when the
That's
camera's
typical.
not on.
But that's
Of course,
typical.
of
That
course.
just happens.
Yeah.
I give my best performances off camera too.
One that brought the blood to me. While honing my skills with help from the people around me.
You gotta blend in. One wrong move, you ruin your life, your sister's, mine.
What was the biggest challenge in taking on these characters that audiences know and love already, and kind of doing a little bit of a different spin on them, but also staying true to the original? Did you talk to your real life, the counterparts of the older?
Yeah, I will say the experience that I had was, I saw this audition come through. I was like, well, it's gonna suck for whoever has to play Dexter, because
That's a lot.
is a lot.
Yeah, those are
and I love Jennifer Carpenter, but it wasn't until the first day I got to set where I was like, oh my God, okay, wow. And then I really felt the pressure the day that I got to set. And I think that we were blessed with having some great directors who assured me that mimicry is the worst route that you could take, because there's nothing behind that.
I love that.
Yeah, this was going to be a compliment to the original show,
Yeah.
but we were also going to get the opportunity to make it our own.